Hey, what's going on? I love it. You guys are all sitting Indian style. Feels like I'm, I don't know.
It's like a music festival kind of in a way.
Sort
it's
of.
like Woodstock meets.
I was gonna go with like
Comic-Con.
when I was in kindergarten and
That
they used
too?
to read to me on the in
Like
school.
we should all read them a
to me on
story.
the carpet. Yeah.
Did you bring a storybook?
Let's all sit Indian style. Hi, you guys. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you for coming. This is it's cool to have. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's not a good sign.
Technical difficulties. Maybe.
Maybe. Fingers crossed. Well, it's cool to have you back. Now, we're talking to everybody because, we've kind of lost a bit of time these last, couple of years, I think it's been. What have you been busy with? I know people killed time during the pandemic, maybe starting a new hobby, picking up a skill. Have you built, how many puzzles have you built at this point? Like, what was...
I actually, I got the rights to a book franchise, and I wrote a pilot.
Oh.
During the pandemic. I also, got used to, I moved back from Vancouver to Los Angeles and hadn't really lived there for 8 years. So that was interesting. And then we were all in lockdown. And I wrote a pilot. And I did end up shooting 2 films. One called I Love Us that already came out. And then another one called Agent Game, which I think all of you guys will be big fans of. It's in this genre, wheelhouse, action-packed. It comes out April of 2022 with Mel Gibson. So that was cool.
Wow.
And here we are. I'm happy to be here.
I feel like people were like knitting and doing stuff like that, and you were...
I was like cleaning and writing.
Doing serious work, which is awesome. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm losing my mic again. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
We'll figure it out. And speaking of work and new projects, old projects, I know other Katie Lotz has been in interviews lately saying that she is very hopeful that there will be a Canary reunion of sorts, and that you're always welcome to come back, and technically still could come back. Now, is that something?
I could.
Where do you stand on that? She said she would love to work with her friend again. So what do you think?
I would love to work with Katie. She's one of my closest friends, and actually, it sucked. I mean, it did really suck because we used to live together in Vancouver. She was my roommate also, and after Arrow finished and coming back to Los Angeles, I don't get to see her that often. And then, obviously the pandemic and not being able to come to Canada. By the way, I'm so happy to be in Canada. I'm just going to say that. I want to move here forever.
You're welcome anytime.
Well, thanks.
Not that I'm in charge of that, but I mean,
yeah, I don't know who we need to talk to, but
other people are doing it.
Yeah, I'd like to be back here. And anyways, Katie's been in Vancouver, and I miss her a lot, and so that would be amazing. Of course, I'm open to it and love to, and we're all a family, and I'm very happy to support any of it. Also, I really want to direct another episode. Just saying.
Put it out there. Get on the internet.
Right.
Start a petition.
Yeah.
I would say GoFundMe, but what's the other one that people? Yeah. Anyway, we'll get it done for you.
Yeah. Thank you. Because actually, they do listen to the fans. It's true.
It's true.
So if you guys make enough noise, and by the way, thank you. You guys are so awesome because played a big part in bringing me back after they killed me off.
Yeah, and that's got to be such a cool feeling for you to have things like that happen. To, come to conventions like this and see these people that are watching that thing that you're part of. That's got to be a really cool experience to. Know that you have all these fans, but also that they're able to influence your career in a way. It's got to be a really surreal, type thing.
Well, 100%, but also what's amazing about it is, coming here and getting to actually have FaceTime with our fans because we are where we are because of you guys. So we're very grateful, and it's really cool to just sort of, get to say hi and thank you to someone who played a part in getting me where I'm at in my career, and I think it's really cool.
Now, your career, growing up, in the family that you did, the showbiz and in the acting, and still is in the family. Is that something that you kind of always wanted to do? Because I know sometimes people, if their parents, if they're actors and their kids are growing up, they try to let maybe don't want the kids to become actors because they were actors, but how was it for you? Was it something that, you were kind of guided into? Is it something that you found on your own? What made you kind of like jump into it?
I like to say that it's in the gene pool.
It is? Okay. Yeah, well, obviously it is. Yeah.
Being third generation, but also I actually didn't, my biological father, I didn't actually end up meeting him until I was in fourth grade. But by that age, I was in theater in school and in plays and stuff. And so, like I said, it literally just is my genetics. And then, later in life, I had a great relationship with him while he was here, and he was one of my closest friends. And I still have, my uncles and a brother and that whole side of the family. But yeah, it's just in our blood, I think, to be creative. And for me, like, I definitely think it's about telling a story to help other people, and whether that be through acting or directing or writing, I just think my purpose, and a lot of people obviously in my family, purpose is to tell story. So
that's very cool. Yeah, because sometimes there's like, the people that want to just like do the opposite of like, what everyone else did. But that's cool that like you leaned into it and you found that and did such an amazing job. And now here we are today, which is, I'm losing the mic again. Oh, jeez Louise.
Technical difficulties.
Oh. Okay, well, let's, what's that? Welcome to Teaching Online. This
Right?
kind of is like a Zoom call. Sorry, what was that? One more time? Yeah, how have you been battling with that? Is it everything's like virtual now? Has that been a really big pain in the butt for you?
Yes. I'm sorry to say this, but I'm not a big fan of Zoom. And also, like, why can't we just talk on the phone? Why can't, I'm like, I'm on camera for a living. I don't really want to watch myself talk to somebody else. Can we just like talk on the phone so I'm not distracted?
Yeah, people will say like, "Do you have time for a call?" And you're like, "Okay, no problem. Here's the number." And then I'll send you a link. I'm like, "Why are you sending me?" I'm like, "Oh, it's a video
and
call."
then you gotta and then it's just a lot.
It's a Google. Don't worry, it's not a Zoom. It's a Google Meet. You get those
right.
too? You get the Google Meets or whatever they.
No, I'm like, hi, I have a landline. Call my landline. Okay, not my cell phone. Don't text me. Don't send me messages on social media. Nope.
When you were a kid, did you have the extra long cord for the kitchen phone so you could like go up the stairs? Or
oh my God, how old do you think I am?
Well, I had
a
that.
cordless phone growing up.
What? I had a corded phone.
Cordless.
You had cordless?
Yeah.
I had a corded phone.
I'm 34.
I'm 33, so I mean, I had a cord. I guess you had.
33 is a great number. It's a master number. I'm 33 actually, which we'll get into that later.
Okay, but I'm just saying
we have more to talk about.
I had a corded phone, and then we got a longer cord. Then you could like go and like up the stairs and close the door.
I love that.
I didn't have. I guess cordless phones. Didn't have that.
I had a cordless phone when I had a phone, and then a pager. I missed
You
the
had
pager.
I never had a pager.
Pagers are cool. I actually want to go back to pagers. You know why? Because then people can just let you know that, hey, I'm trying to reach you, so call me when you can. Not, hi, I'm calling you. You better answer and be a slave to your phone. No.
It's like what the Apple Watch is now, isn't it? Basically like a pager reminding you have a call.
It's a lot. It's hard to keep up.
It's too much technology. All right, guys. Before I
up.
lose my microphone, let's use your microphone so we can get to some audience questions. So yeah, put up your hand, and Nicholas will bring a mic to you, and we'll get to as many questions as possible. So go ahead. We'll start right here.
My question is about the movie Monte Carlo. You did this a long time ago. But what was your favorite scene to film with Selena Gomez?
Well, any of the scenes that were out exterior Paris, we were actually in Paris. Anything that you see interior, we were in Budapest. So definitely the Paris exterior scenes. And what was really cool, it was, to be honest with you, as an actor, is to watch another actor play two completely different characters, which is interesting because I guess I sort of did, well, I did do that. But on screen at the same time, and she's so good, she's so talented, so it was really fun to see her once, what was her name, Cordelia Scott something, oh no. Wait, what is it?
Cordelia Renfrew
Scott. Yeah.
And then it was Grace was the other.
So yeah, seeing her play those two roles at the same time, it was really cool, and it was really fun to just watch her transition. Thank you. That was a great
Cool.
question.
Thank you so much. I guess we'll jump back there, Nicholas, to the next person.
I just wanted to say I absolutely loved you as Ruby in Supernatural.
Thank you.
If you,
OG?
Yeah, if you had to choose any other role to play on Supernatural, what would you have liked to play?
Dean?
Solid answer, yeah.
Yep. There you go. Dean.
There you go. I guess we have right in front of you, Nicholas. Sorry, I think we missed you before.
So this question is about Click. I recently watched it again, and I realized that you were in it. I'm like, oh my god, Katie Cassidy is playing opposite Adam Sandler. What was it like working with him?
That was so long ago. He's awesome. It was incredible. I mean, look, it was Christopher Walken, it was Kate Beckinsale, it was Adam Sandler, it was myself, and Jonah Hill in the same scene. That, I think, was it Jonah Hill? Who was it? Jake?
You played the daughter at the age of 27.
Yeah, but Jake.
Jonah Hill played the older son when he was like.
Yeah, so his
Yeah.
older version was Jake
Yeah.
Hoffman. Jake Hoffman.
Yeah.
Dustin. Anyways, that was crazy. That was amazing. I mean, it was really incredible. And Adam, I have to say, what's really cool about him is he knows everyone's name on set, including the set decorator or someone who's coming, from catering. And he's really a lovely person. So it was great.
Cool. Thanks for that question. That's cool. Do you ever get like reminded of things like people come up to you when they ask you about projects? You're like, oh yeah, totally.
Well, yeah. I'm like, what was his name? Like, I just, we're
Yeah,
going
like
back
little
some years
curveball.
here. Yeah.
Throw in the click questions.
I know.
Jeez, good
I think
job.
I was like 19 when I shot that. Again, 34.
Okay.
33.
I just realized
Don't
I might have grown up poor. That's why I didn't have a cordless phone. Now I'm learning a lot about myself right now. I'm gonna call my parents and be like, why didn't we have a
Actually,
cordless
what you
phone?
should think about is I wasn't allowed to have a phone until I was a teenager. So
Really? I don't
Yeah.
think. What was your first cell phone? Do you remember what it was?
I was like, once I started to drive, I was allowed to have a phone if I was, just in case of an emergency,
Yeah.
if I got into, tire or something. But I wasn't allowed to. I had a pager for
Really?
a
You
long
did?
time. Yeah.
And did you get like? I think my first one was like one of those like Motorola Razors or something.
Yeah,
a
those
Razor.
were awesome because you could just stick it in your back pocket.
Why don't we just do that again?
I would love that. I vote for that.
And the snake game or whatever it was on there. Anyway,
Yeah, I crushed that game. So good.
bringing it back. We're investing.
I
We're
love
gonna go
it.
dragons down this thing. All right. Yeah. Sorry, you had a question over there. Go ahead.
Hello. So my question was, other than Arrow,
Where?
which one?
Where? Oh,
Right there.
thank you.
Sorry.
My question was, other than Arrow, which Arrowverse show is your favorite?
Ooh.
That's like such an unfair question.
Let's start with least favorite. No, I'm just kidding.
No comment.
No comment. That's the safest answer. That is
Yep.
really.
Sorry, it's true.
It's
I
a
like
safe-
them all.
Yeah.
Across the board. Arrow is my favorite.
Thank you for that question. Great. Everyone was like recording. They're like, this is going to be so good on the internet, and nothing happened. Okay. Okay, go ahead. What's your question?
Hi, Kate. Do you have any fond memories of your father? And did you ever watch The Partridge Family?
I saw like 2 episodes of The Partridge Family when I was a kid. And I remember just thinking he looked really ridiculous with that long hair. And I actually, I went not skydiving, sort of like bungee jumping in Vegas at the MGM. They have this thing that's like a bungee jump, and it takes you up to the top. And I remember, I think I was like 9 or 10, but I was such a daredevil, and I just loved, I guess, I love that like adrenaline rush. And it takes you up, and my dad was very encouraging, and I wasn't tall enough to go on the ride or bungee jump, but because, he was David Cassidy, and they, I guess, recognized him. they let me do it. And I guess that sums it up for you. He was totally, fun and adventurous too. And he was like, I was so excited. He was so excited. It was really fun. And I guess just having that support from him sort of, always. Yeah, he was really great. I don't know where oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm like thinking back and it's a lovely memory.
It's cool. It must be also cool if you're into like the whole adrenaline, wires, jumping, things, falling, playing a character like you have with like Black Canary. It must have been also really cool to like be able to do some of that in your job. It must have been a lot of fun for you to like
oh yeah
be like jumping up in wire work and all that fun stuff.
It was really fun, and they let me actually do not all of my stunts because I can't jump off buildings.
I guess
that's not allowed.
Did they ever have a line where you were like, I want to do that? And they're like, literally, you cannot.
Yeah, but I had a great stunt double. Her name was Atlin. She's awesome. And our whole stunt team, actually, James Bamford, he was our director, executive producer, but he started as our stunt coordinator. But everyone is so good, and so I'm grateful for them. They can jump off buildings.
It is a feat.
Mm-hmm. And through fire. It's crazy. And make me look good. But some of the stuff I did.
That's cool.
No, didn't jump through fire.
That's very cool. Is it anything you're particularly proud of? Like, do you have any shining moments that you're like, damn, I look pretty badass doing this?
I just have to tell you, between season 2 and season 3,
Mm-hmm.
and from season 3 on, the amount of work I put into the physicality and actually training and transforming my body and putting on muscle. I mean, by the way, feels great. Just the amount of work and time and effort I put into it. Yeah. It's cool to when you watch it back, I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, and then these assholes killed me off. But don't worry, I came back. Vengeance.
And who knows what the future brings.
Yeah, you never know.
Right, internet? Get on there. Come on. Okay, Nicholas, what's up? I thought we had one more in the front here. Am I? No.
Oh, there's someone right there.
Oh, there we go. The back. There we go. Good catch.
So you and Paul Blackthorne got in a lot of emotional scenes and things like that. I just wanted to know what your memories were like working with him.
I love Paul Blackthorne. Actually, that's a great question. So, to be honest with you, I was really terrified of Paul Blackthorne when I first met him, and then the way that we work, we develop the way our craft is very similar in the way we work in developing backstory and being able to talk about it and actually come up with like what our life as these characters looked like growing up. And he was very much, we were trained very similarly, I guess. And so we bonded over that, but I was still pretty frightened of him because he's very tall and he is like such a presence. It's a little intimidating, but he is the kindest, loveliest person, and we're still great friends today. I miss him so much. He's such a great actor, and I don't know, like we just spoke each other's language, and we were very present in scenes, and we would listen to one another in the scene, and I think that the development of our characters in doing that together when we first started really helped the dynamic of our relationship and kept it felt very full and rich, which I think was really important. But I love him. He's lovely. I miss him.
Now, earlier we had Robbie and Steven up here, and Steven was saying that, unfortunately, when it wrapped for him, he was not able to get a suit. The stunt doubles, his other, team, people in his team got a suit, and he called and wasn't able to get a suit, and he was very upset about the lack of things that he took from set. Now, for you, did you end up snagging anything really cool from?
Yeah, but I also didn't leave this set until I got it. I was like, I'm not leaving this. Oh, this is when they killed me off, though. I was like, fine, you suck, but I'm keeping my jacket that you kill me in, and I'm keeping like the original jacket, and I'm keeping my tonfa and my mask. And Mark Guggenheim was like, okay, that's fine. Okay. And then he was like, will you also maybe come back and play with us? And I was like, hell yeah.
See, that's the way you do it. See, he drove away and then called them after and asked for the
that was
suit.
his first mistake. You can't leave.
No, okay. You made sure the
premises.
goods were in the trunk and then...
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm not leaving until I remember actually Maya, our costume designer, she was like chasing after me, and I think she stopped the car, and I opened the door and I was like, what's wrong? She's like, you cannot take the original jacket. And I was like, oh yeah, I can. I got permission from Mark Guggenheim. Also, I love you, Maya. Thank you, bye.
It's amazing.
And then she was like, oh, okay, bye.
So now said jacket is where at home? Do you have it like in the special? Is it just in the regular old closet or is it in a box?
I know,
Like,
it's going to sound really bad because there's blood. Well, it's fake blood. There's corn syrup on it, but it is hanging in my closet.
It just...
I plan on putting it in a frame or doing something. I don't know. Maybe I'll do an auction for charity or I don't know. Something.
You never know.
But, I'll get there. Still, we're all still going through this pandemic. So,
The important thing is you got it.
Yeah,
Steven
exactly.
did not. So...
Well, got to know the right people, Steven. Don't know what to say.
And how many versions of what we saw you wearing were made? I think Steven calculated there was about 100 Arrow suits in the total run of the show. But for you, were there multiples or were there different versions depending on what you were doing, or how did that kind of work out?
Mine was pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward, okay.
It's like here's your superhero costume. I cried the first time I put on the jacket in my trailer because I was so happy. And then, like I said, they killed me off, but I came back.
You did, that's right.
So I had two suits. I had the bad, Black Siren, the Doppelganger, Earth 2 suit, and then I had Black Canary OG.
That's right. Cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Okay, we have time for one more question, I think. We'll go to you. Okay, we maybe squeeze two in. Okay, go ahead, Nicholas. Or...
All right, so you're asking about Supernatural, but if you could play another character in the Arrowverse, who would you pick?
I really want to play Catwoman. I don't think she's in the Arrowverse yet, but maybe there's going to be like a Catwoman show. I don't know. I love cats, and also, I just really like Catwoman.
We can make it happen. Okay, if you had to choose, though, coming back as Black Canary or playing Catwoman.
Oh, that's not fair.
What if they gave you an ultimatum, like, listen, we got two options for you.
Well, what if, like, on Earth something, what Earth? Earth 12, Black Canary's actually Catwoman on a different universe. I don't know. Does this work?
Let's pitch it.
I don't know.
Why don't you send WB a Zoom link and set up a call, and we'll pitch it.
You guys have more power, actually, and ability to do that than we do. So
you guys, plus I don't have a Zoom Pro account, so you guys can do that. Okay, one more question. We had, right there. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm a big fan. How was it to work with Stephen Amell and the whole cast on Arrow?
Sorry, what was that?
How was it to work with Stephen Amell and the whole cast of Arrow?
It was like working with the whole cast of Arrow.
It was great. You become family with these people, and I miss them all so much. And it was just really cool to have. It's very rare you have like such a wonderful group of people who actually get along and love each other so much. And yeah, I mean, I miss them all, and who knows? We will somehow be reunited at some point.
Hopefully, and if not, it's got to be cool to come to things like this and see these guys
totally
and hang out, catch up. That's very cool. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for your questions and for joining us.
Come say hi to me at my table.
Give it up for Katie Cassidy one more time,
Thanks,
everybody.
you guys.